All right, all you Vermont Academy at Mount Snow Alpine athletes, aka VAMS. We're going to take a look at some slalom basics here. This will be part one. This will be the technical section, and then part two will be the tactical. All right, so I know we're just starting off the year, so it's a good time to review some things. Although these are basics, some of these are beyond basics and pretty advanced, but it's a lot of stuff we've been talking about. Let's take a look first for this guy who's giving us a demo in regular motion, then we'll slow him down. All right. He's pretty good, right? Yeah, great demo. All right, let's talk here some technique. All right. So this will be some technique talk here in part one. All right, his stance. What does he got? He's got clearly ankles flexed. He's in the front of the boot. He's got lots of ankle flexion. You hear us talking about that all the time. His knees are flexed. Right? He's got a little bend at the waist. So he's got a little, his waist is a little flexed. Right? He's not standing up tall, but kind of rolls the shoulders a bit. Right? His hands are generally in front, elbows in front of the body. What's the three rules of arms? Arms, hands have to be above the waist, elbows in front of the body, and hands slightly wider than the elbows, so no chicken wings. What about his skis? Yeah, he's got a comfortable kind of hip width. It's fairly consistent throughout the turn and transition, so his the width doesn't change much. His skis are parallel, meaning he doesn't have some big lead change. The inside foot doesn't get way ahead, in the turn, which some of you guys have, right? So he pulls back that inside foot, allows him to have equal ankle flexion in both feet, allows him to stay forward, right? There's no scissoring of the skis. They're parallel. He's not coming in and scissoring and starting to turn on the inside ski like some of us. He's not on the V team. And for the most part, he maintains snow contact. And those are kind of the rules of the skis. All right, what else? Well, he clearly has level shoulders, right? He has a quiet upper body. He has level shoulders, as we can see, right? Nice and level there, right? Pretty level, right? What else? Square upper body. He's got zipper down the hill. I mean, you're going to see the back of the bib, or whatever it is, bib he's wearing. You can see his back. You can see his butt. He is square down the hill, right? He's not rotating the upper body in the direction of the turn. He's certainly not reaching for the gates, but that's, maybe in the tactics section. But upper body, a very disciplined and quiet upper body. All right. What else? He edges his skis from the snow up. He rolls up the skis using ankles and knees to a nice high edge angle at the top of the turn, creating a platform to push against. And he pushes hard against that outside ski. All right? That's why he needs to bend it, and that's how turns happen with a bent ski. Right? So ankles and knees. Then we're going to move the hip in as speed warrants, but we got to start with ankles and knees right there. Ankles and knees. Right? He's got nice lower and upper body separation. Right? So he's got angles. Right? You can see his angles there. With his level shoulders, he produces these angles of his body. What does that do? Well, gets some balanced over the outside ski, right? Because he is going to be skiing outside ski to outside ski, for sure. Does he have a pole plant? Yeah. comes in, blocks, and plants. So it's, it's kind of a tap to the side. It's, not a hard plant. It's a touch. It's a tap, right? And how does he do it in slalom with tall gates? He gets the ski pole. He clears the gate near the bottom of the pole guard. He gets his ski pole pretty much horizontal or parallel to the ground. So all he has to do, once he clears the gate, using his wrist, drop this to the ground, right? It's really just a tap down, helps him get recentered, it helps him move to the new ski, right? What else? Is he standing up tall in the transition? Not really. Really the opposite. He comes through and uses retraction as opposed to standing up tall and what we'd call up unweighting. He is, more down unweighting. He's flexing his legs, right? So he has to get his skis from the right side of him right there, from this side to the other side. And what does he do? He flexes his legs. He allows the skis to come under him, right? So he lets the skis cross under him as he crosses over them and moves down the hill, right? So he lets them come through under him. He crosses over and moves down the hill, right? What else? Well, it looks like in this retraction, sometimes you're almost sitting in the transition. And that's what it appears like. But he's really not in the back seat because he's going to move forward here. He's going to bring those hips forward up over the boots at the top of the next turn. How does he do that? Well, it's a combination of actually moving the hips forward and by taking a more direct line, right? He gets the skis out from underneath them. He lets them cross under him. He crosses over, moves down the hill right here. And his hips catch up. And now they're right over the boots at the top of the next turn. So we got to be back in the front of the boot, hips over the boots at the top of the next turn. Right? He's foot-to-foot skiing. Right? He is not skiing on the inside ski. He's really outside ski to outside ski. He is skiing foot to foot to foot. A lot of you guys ski two-footed or inside. He is foot to foot. When does he move to the new ski? Well, as soon as he can. As soon as direction is done, right here, he comes in. When we say when plastic meets plastic, in other words, his shin guard, hand guard, when he clears that gate with his direction done, he's going to move, release the old downhill ski right now his right foot and transfer that weight right there to the left foot. It's still uphill. It's going to be soon to be his downhill ski. But we got to get to the new ski as soon as possible, right? Because he really is making short, powerful arcs. Get to the new ski, right? So that's a good idea of the, tactics, not tactics, the technical aspect of slalom skiing, right? I threw a lot at you there. Our stance, we got ankles flex in the front of the boot, knees flex, slight bend the waist, hands and elbows in front, comfortable hip width, right? Parallel skis. There's no V, there's no scissoring. Tips are fairly aligned. We're not getting a big lead change, right? Level shoulders, square down the hill, edging from the snow up, upper and lower body separation, pull, tap, or touch, moving through the transition, hips over the boots, foot-to-foot skiing. I know that's a lot there. Something we talk about these aspects every weekend, but I thought it'd be good just to, kind of get a good demo from this guy. So think about it. Let's bring these concepts to the hill.